Today we ride on a tank to battle for Mother Russia. Hello and welcome, dear skill modelers, to my small hobby YouTube channel. My name is Tomo and today we're going to be looking at another beautiful kit from ICM. Here it is! So this is a nice, easy to build kit. It has only 170 parts approximately, and it was released in 2017. This kit, as you see from the box art, has 4 riders on it, and it was, I think it's a previous release of the same tank from ICM. They just added figures on it, figuratively, literally. The kit itself is pretty decent. Not a lot of flashing going on. Maybe a little bit on the figure side, but it's really not a big deal. The tank itself is 189 millimeters long, 85 millimeters wide, and 72 millimeters tall. This kit is super easy to put together because of the small part count, and it's probably like a weekend build for anybody who likes a quick and easy build tank. This is it. Unlike my previous reviews, which I showed, those were more extensive tanks. I think they're like very nice to review and look at, but when you're coming to build something like this, I think it's just a lot of work, and sometimes you just want to say, I want to build something simple and easy. And I think this is a kit for anybody who wants to do a simple and easy build. So without me ranting on too much, I'll give you a little history on the tank, then we'll see what's inside and my final thoughts. The most numerous and famous tank in the world's history was the Soviet T-34. It was designed in the design bureau of Kharkov plant number 183 under the leadership of Mikhail Ilyich Koshin, and its serial production was launched in 1940. It was the first mass production medium tank with anti-projectile armor, powerful diesel engine, and 76.2mm long barreled gun. It was the world's best tank up to the end of 1941. The modification with the improved hexagonal cast turret known as the Nut was in production since 1942. In spring of 1943, the commander's cupola was installed. The T-34 with its 76.2mm gun was the main Soviet medium tank up to the end of 1944, when it was replaced by the more powerful armed T-34-85. From 1940 till 1944, the Soviets managed to produce 35,467 T-34-76 tanks in its 6 plants. Well, this is the box. Pretty simple. A little information on the sides and, the color scheme. So let's open this one up. It opens. So yeah. I'll just open it like this. So this is just localized instructions. Okay, so I've opened this thing up previously, and I took everything out of the bag. Otherwise, it's in bags. So don't worry. This is basically all that is for the tank. Bottom and the top portion go together pretty nicely, like this. Obviously, you take the screws out, but this is basically it. The whole tank. On the bottom you'll see there's a little nub, which I think is from the molded process when they mold the plastic inside. But yeah, you can just sand this down and it won't be a problem. But yeah, it's a very simple, straightforward tub. See? Okay, the tracks themselves are from rubber, and they have nice detail on them. Very flexible. See? Straight, they're not mangled in any way. And on the ends we have a representation of a cable. This part does have a little flashing, which is kind of annoying for a rubber part, but I guess you just take a little knife and you just kind of trim this down, but it's not bad. It's all rubber, it's all good. Okay, next we have this little cupola. The turret, and the turret itself, as you will see in the close-up videos, is nicely detailed. It has very good texture on it, and even when you go with the finger on it, you can really kind of feel it. You have the external tanks for the fuel, some hatches, and the turret mounting. Very beautifully done. Okay, and here we have a couple of extra pieces for the tank. All are very beautifully molded, and you have, I looked in the manual, you can make sure that you can move the gun inside the tank, so it kind of pivots up and down and left and right, I think. So yeah, see the barrel from 2 pieces. Some people don't like this, but the barrel is in 2 pieces, but I don't mind. Little machine guns. All, let me tell you guys, these are phenomenal. Okay, the last 2 green sprues are the wheels. Very simple, straightforward, nothing fancy about them. The very last thing, of course, is the carnage. I like to call it the carnage sprue. It's all the body parts for the riders. It always cracks me up when I see like arms and legs flying through the air. These are very nicely molded, but they do, like I said, the seam lines are shown, so you'll have to tidy up a couple of things. But it's not a big deal. You know, you have the machine gun and the drum for the machine gun separate, which is kind of cool. And you do have to glue them together. And I guess you can turn the position of the arms a little bit so you can tweak it to your needs. But it's really beautifully done. Okay, that's basically all that is for the sprues. As you can see, you know, 170 somewhat parts, not a big deal. The manual, it's a typical beautiful ICM manual. Oh, decals. I'll show you those later. Nice graphics, some information that you heard me read very nicely. See, you have all. Oh, and this one has a separate for how you should paint your soldiers. The soldier sprue, and then of course the typical stuff. It's nicely laid out. And of course at the end the color scheme and where the decals go. And decals for this one are also very nice. Big numbers, nice letters, very crisp, very clear, and yeah, like I said, quick and easy build. So that's it, an empty box. On the back there's nothing. It's just a box. So I'll just show you some photos and then we're done. So that's it. That's the kit in its entirety. What do you think about this kit? Quick build, I guess. If you have already built this tank, you know, please let me know. Tell me how it went together. This kit I love because, you know, it gives a little life to the model itself because it has the 4 riders and it's not that expensive. ICM surely makes really good kits, and be sure to, you know, look for them in your local stores wherever you are. Like all the kits that I review, you can find this one in the link in the description below. If you're new to this channel, welcome. Take a look around. Consider subscribing if you like the content. If you're already subscribed to me, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. But for now, I'll say goodbye and thank you so much for watching.